Hey everyone, Leightonstein here, and today I'm bringing you the latest news. And when I say late, I mean that this news came out probably like 6 or 7 hours ago, so thank you for waiting if you decided to wait for my video specifically, because it means a lot. I just didn't have the time to make it until right now. That being said, we have the T-80UM-2 coming for the top tank reward for the winter event that's coming up. Now typically mid-December you start seeing winter events. We still have to see what the aircraft reward will be, but I'm sure it will be equally bland as this. Unfortunately, the T-80UM-2, while it is very fast, will be very powerful, I am sure. It is still a T-80U, and there are tons of those in-game, so it's not like they are breaking the mold here. But that said, this will be a rank 7 vehicle for the Russian ground tech tree, and again will be an event vehicle, and as such, it will not give you premium RP and SL bonuses, so bear that in mind. Now, some interesting features about this is that it will have the, and correct me if I pronounce this incorrectly, the Drost Hardkill APS, which is going to only protect the front of the tank, and that will more or less stop things like ATGMs from killing the tank from the front, but it also has ERA to help stop that, so it's kind of like another layer of protection if you want to think of it that way. But it does not have any protection really around the sides of the tank or the rear, so that APS is just again for the front. Now, it does not specifically say in the devlog what sort of top level APF SDS it has, but it does indicate that it will be able to fire through 500 millimeters of armor at more or less every single range, so they count that up to around 2 kilometers. That to me indicates that this will have access to the 3BM46, which is actually a quite capable APF SDS shell, unlike what the Swedish T-80U has, or really the Finnish T-80U, whatever you want to call it. That does not have that round, so it is welcome that it will be in the T-80UM2, but that's to be expected, being that this is a T-80 variant. This is pretty much a prototype variant that is supposed to more or less be a better vehicle. It's got an automatic loader, it's capable of firing ATGMs, and again, it does have that APF SDS, as well as the hard kill APDS that it has in the front. While all that sounds good and dandy, unfortunately, and probably the worst part about this tank, and something that a lot of people will absolutely hate, especially at what I'm assuming is going to be a 10.7 BR, this doesn't have thermals. It doesn't have thermals at all. That's ridiculous. I mean, that really sucks. You know, I mean, it's not something that's going to be an absolute killer, especially if you have decent enough eyesight or are just simply good at picking out enemies against a backdrop, but this will not be a very easy tank to use for a lot of people at top tier, especially when so many people have the advantage of thermals. I mean, many people would much rather have the advantage of thermals, being able to just kind of highlight where enemies are, as opposed to being able to have an auto loader or any number of different things. So, I mean, this is just not going to be, in my opinion, an incredibly effective tank, and they're really trying to sell this on that APS, the protection system. So I'm not really sure if this is going to be all that great. I'm sure it'll be decent. I mean, the T-80U is a very fast vehicle, a very capable vehicle, and while this is in some ways a lesser T-80U, it should still be very good. Now again, this will at least have access to night vision, so there's that, but I'm sure that a lot of people are still going to treat this as though it doesn't have night vision, because in night maps, if you only have night vision and everybody else has thermals, even if they're Gen 1 thermals, that is a huge disadvantage, and you may as well be going in there without night vision, especially with the flares popping up over into the air. But again, you know, night vision is still better than nothing, but not good at all. But with that said, again, this is going to be a winter event vehicle reward. We have yet to learn the name of the winter event, and we have yet to see what the aviation reward is and what any other of the rewards are. I'm really surprised again how slow Gaijin has been with all these dev blogs, especially with releasing news about the winter event, being that we first learned about it last week, and it took them a half week or nearly a full week really to release the second news about it. So who knows, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What will be the next winter event vehicle to be announced? I know it will likely be a plane, and I am hoping it's something like a Century Series plane for the Americans. I know that that would be a little bit low of a BR, but that'd still be really cool. Maybe some sort of a unique variant of an F4, of a Mirage. I'd rather not an F4 because there are so many of those in-game. I would personally love to see the ME262 HG1 or 2 in-game, but again, those are too low of BRs to really be considered a near top tier vehicle, and people would be pissed if we got a 7 or 7.3 BR vehicle, or even a 9 or 9.3 BR vehicle as the top level reward at this point, especially with rank 7 and rank 8 aircraft coming out. So yes, just again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this vehicle reward, if you think it's going to be good, and what you kind of want the aviation vehicle reward to be, and what you think it might end up actually being. So either way, thanks again guys, and I will see you all on the other side. Take care everyone.